Hi, welcome to Sirens and Safety. I'm Officer Craig Clausenser with the Burnsville Police Department. This is a show produced by Burnsville Egan Cable Television. With me today on the show is Officer Jeff Path. Jeff, you've been with our department how long?
I started in the spring of '89.
Okay. On an earlier show, we had discussed a new device in our squad cars. It's called the MDC. Basically, it's a computer inside the squad. Can you just kind of fill us in a little bit about your dealings with the MDC?
Yeah, the MDCs came into our squads about a year ago, June, so in 2001, and now we're expanding the capability that we can use with the MDC. I'm part of the Burnsville Traffic Division, and I was assigned in April to work with the MDCs on developing tickets that can be written with the computer. We don't have to handwrite tickets anymore.
Yeah, on an earlier show we had seen that on the MDC we have actually a map of the city, and you can tell where each squad car is, and it helps our dispatch to send the closest squad in the case of an emergency. But you actually use this to issue citations now.
Yes.
Okay. And for those of you who have been unfortunate enough to see one of these, this is an old paper citation that you would receive for any type of traffic violation. And what you do now with the traffic division is you don't issue these anymore.
We do not issue the paper tickets anymore.
Okay. Exactly. How does it's called an expediter?
Expediter.
Okay. And how does that work?
What happened is Dakota County wanted to try something different, wanted to issue tickets through a computer, and then at the end of the day, because we're so technical now, everything can go
when you go into
Expediter to the county.
Which, by the way, just for those of you watching, that's what you're seeing on your screen now. Is that what you see when you're in the squad car?
Yes.
Okay.
When a Burnsville officer, and eventually, as I said, this will go countywide, but right now, as a Burnsville officer makes a traffic stop, here's that map that Craig Clausenser was talking about. We go to a traffic stop. In our cars, we can run license plates of people. We can run their driver's license and their driving history of people. So that's what these screens are. And so we don't have to radio into our dispatcher what we're stopping. So if we have a person that we stop, the first thing we would do is, obviously we stop them for a violation, is we radio in their license plate, tell everybody where we're at. Then I can take over from the squad car. It's just like my own office. I can run a driver's license number. Would you like me to run one?
Sure,
in there?
yeah.
Run a driver's license number in the computer. And then once we have it all, you can see that I'm not real computer literate, but this is a great system. Once we get this driver's license number written in there, and then we hit enter.
So that's all you have to enter then?
That's all I have to enter. I enter as someone's driver's license, and then the computer...
These lights come up, I see that.
Yep, it's tied up to the state computer. Right now, I can tell that this person, it tells me where they live, how many tickets they have. It tells me if they have any warrants out for their arrest, and this person does not. And then it tells me if they're wanted anywhere in the nation, and this person is not. So if I was going to write this person a ticket, I go over to Expediter, and all of a sudden, my fingers are a little thick for this, so we all have styluses that we use, but I go up to Quick Cite, and I touch Quick Cite. It's a 4-screen computer that I have to go through. I put in the agency, City of Burnsville. If it was an accident, it tells me, or if it was a personal injury accident or property accident, or most traffic tickets, we highlight no accident. The offense city, today it's Burnsville, and as you saw on that screen, everybody in Dakota County
so then back to our screen, then you enter, obviously, Burnsville for us.
Yes. Then I got to enter in the location, wherever the person violated the ticket, normally at an intersection. We would go, just say Burnsville Parkway at Upton Avenue, west side of Burnsville. And then a lot of it is used by zip code. I put in a zip code, and it gives me the location. Then I can move through the screen. It has things right now that most traffic tickets still have. The speed zone. If I stop someone for speed, then I would put in there, just say this person was doing 54 on a 35. That would go right in the ticket. It has road conditions, weather conditions. It has officer notes down here. And this part down here that I highlighted, I can fill in why I stopped them. Were they going too fast by laser? Were they going too fast by radar? Was I clocking them with my squad car? I can go through all those systems. That's the first screen that you have to fill out with Ticket Writer. Then you go to the person screen. Now, a new system just put in this is when I first started this Ticket Writer Expediter in April, right now I would have to type in your last name, your first name, your middle name, all that information. As of a couple weeks ago, they went to what's called a parsing system. Now, the person I just ran, if you look at the top of the screen, there he is. I highlight it, I push OK, and it fills it all in for me.
Wow.
So it cuts down the time that the officer has to have his head down or her head down as they're typing all this information in. Then there are certain things you still need. Are they the driver? Do they own the car? Are they operating it, or was it parked?
Is there stuff on there for comments, driver's comments? Like I know on the back of the old tickets, you had statements by the driver. Or does that come under officer notes?
That was in the first screen under the case.
Oh, okay.
That was back here under first screen. This would be the officer's notes.
Okay.
What they said, how fast they thought they were going, all that kind of information you'd put there.
If you type the violation, does it automatically put in the statute number for you?
We're going to go to that right now. Now we're going to go to screen 3 where it says charges. When I go to screen 3, it automatically comes to traffic. First violation would be speeding. When I touch this person, I think I fictitiously said they were doing 54 in a 35. So we'd go down and we just highlight. It has the speed, 15 to 20. It has the statute and the charge. It's a petty misdemeanor in the state of Minnesota. And all I would do is OK that, and that goes right into the screen.
Okay, can you go back to that screen?
Sure.
Well, let's say it's
This is the screen.
Or let's say it's a semaphore violation. I didn't
Okay.
see that on there. Does that?
Sure. If I want to go to a semaphore violation, I go to T for traffic. Now it has all the 169 statutes are all the traffic statute in the state of Minnesota. That is the title. Then I go to the subtitle, and I would go to control signals, and there's a semaphore violation. It has all the state statutes, all the traffic state statutes. It has all the Burnsville ordinances. It has the ordinances for all the cities in Dakota County because everybody will go to the same system. Now, if there was a semaphore violation, I would highlight semaphore violation, has the state statute, what the charge level is, hit OK. Now, this person all of a sudden is getting a ticket for a semaphore violation and a speed. I can delete either one. I can delete the speed, and we can go or I can delete the semaphore. I can go down to no charges.
Wow. All right, well, in the, I shouldn't say in the old days, but I mean, for a lot of us, that when we issue a citation, we take a yellow copy and an envelope that they can mail their fine into. What do they get on a traffic stop with this?
Well, when we're done, I just put in the state statute. Now I still have to go to the vehicle. And I have to put in the license number, the make of the car. So once I have all 4 screens tied up, I go back to it, and then we are issued thermal paper. There's no ink involved in this process at all, so nothing can run, get smeared. We don't have to fill ink in squads. And each squad has a small Pentex printer that's sitting right in front of you here. So all we would do is take this thermal paper, stick it into the printer. We would push print, and it will print the ticket out for the person.
And they get this much quicker than they would get a regular citation, which should make them happy.
Yes, it takes about 4 minutes right now. I don't know if you'll ever make them happy, but it takes about 4 minutes right now to print a traffic ticket, to run it from the front of the screen all the way into printing it. Now, when this system is up and running countywide, what will happen is this will be the only piece of paper that we find. This piece of paper is printed and given to the person driving the car. This would be the traffic ticket. I have a little better one here. I don't know if you can see it at all, but it's burned right in. It went from a blank piece of paper to burning in the person's name, the vehicle, the violations, and it gives them the information, what they need to do at the bottom. It prints in the fine for them automatically. It tells them if they want to go to court, it gives them an automatic court date. And it tells them if they elect to pay the fine, what they need to do by credit card, check, or money order.
Okay, so you're saying eventually what will happen is this copy will go with the driver. You will have nothing as a police officer.
What we do right now is this copy does go to the driver.
Okay.
And once the system is up and running, we as a police officer will no longer have any paperwork. Under the old ticket system that you showed, we gave the person an envelope and a yellow copy. The other paper came to the city of Burnsville, and by the time it went from the officer to the court system, 6 people in the city of Burnsville, 6 employees had to touch that piece of paper. With this new system, the only piece of paper will be given will be to the person driving the car. At the end of the shift, the officer will go to a transfer mode, and it'll show how many tickets were written. And today, it should highlight on here. What we will do then is say these are all written today, is we highlight all the tickets, we push transfer initiate, and it will send them email directly to Dakota County.
Okay, now what you just did you actually transfer something?
No, this MDC is not hooked up to the county, so I can't do that. But what will, in our squad cars, and I did it today, I transferred tickets, automatically transfer them to the county, and the county, it will directly go into their computer base, and they no longer will have to receive a ticket from Burnsville and properly put that into their base already.
Pretty impressive. Is there anything that you can tell me more that this is, as a police officer, this is still new to me. I've never seen this.
Well, we will have this, as I said, I hope to have this system up for the entire Burnsville Police Department sometime in October or November. Hopefully every officer and sergeant who drives the squad car will be programmed into this. As I said, it'll save us time, because right now, when we write a ticket and we bring the ticket into the station, we have to attach paperwork to it, and it goes through records, and they have to touch it, and they scan it in our computer. The dispatchers touch it, and then eventually someone takes it to the county. Once this is up and running, the only one touching the ticket will be us, which will save a lot of manpower.
Since you say that when you hit the transmit button, this goes to the county, so they have a record of it. Eventually there'll be no paper other than the one the violator gets.
Yes.
But on our traffic citations, it goes, our city attorney prosecutes those.
What happens is, once this whole system's up and running and I transmit and it goes to the county will eventually send it back to the Burnsville Police Department through email into their computer, and then Burnsville will email that to our city attorney so they have a copy of it. But and the city attorney will only get a copy of it if someone elects to go to court. Then they can go to their computer and print it up, just like we can.